Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Great to have you back. Whew, what a big show it was yesterday. Yeah, long show for a while. I had to trim a lot of that down. I tried to get in. The old battery ran out. The old 30-minute time on the old RP, the Canon, one of the Canon cripple hammer features. Thank God that's not in the R3. Look, got to watch a few more videos on the R3 last night. And yeah, look, it's looking really good. I don't know if you've got to see, I did mention Gordon Lang, he did a run through of the camera and a bit of the chat about the lenses the previous night, but he also did a full in-depth on photos and stuff like that. Does a really good review, but he had it running for plugged in USB-C, plugged into it, just a charger straight into the camera, 6 hours. It shuts down after 6 hours. It's a maximum recording time. But he had it running 6 hours, no issues. Was sort of, he said, warm but not hot. He'd had other cameras that have been hotter than that. Continuous recording 4K. On a battery, he got 2 hours. And I think it's 2 hours and 5 minutes on a battery. Might have been 2:15. And just the battery, just recording 4K HDR or HD, I think it is. I think it's the one, IPB or whatever that one is. So the high resolution 4K, 2 hours straight, never missed a beat. So that was a pre-production version. That's not even a like fully legit one. So look, I still haven't found anything negative about it. It's obviously, I guess, finding the right use case for the value proposition. I guess if it was a $500 camera, everyone would have it, but we don't. So look, I think it's done pretty well, but for an $8,500 camera, which it is in Australia, 6,000 in the US, it's a hell of a lot of money. It's obviously, and that sort of limits who can get hold of it. Would I love it and use it? Sure. There wouldn't be a photographer that wouldn't want to have it in their bag. There's no doubt about that. I don't think anyone would knock it back. Paying for it is a totally different kettle of fish, but yeah. Now, also on yesterday's show, Apple has copped a fair bit of grief, actually. There's been not negative, but just, I guess like me, just befuzzled as to the whole show. It wasn't really, I actually thought, oh, am I looking at this wrong? Am I being a little bit too harsh on them? But it seemed like a general consensus was it was not there was nothing there. Should have been an S year. There's a lot of talk about that. So it looks like Apple's finally missed a putt and put the ball down off the green, down into a bunker. Not good. Anyways, we've got a bit to talk about today, so let's get into that. First of all, we've got a new video coming up over on Friday night. It should be about 8:30. So if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe, hit that bell. You'll be able to set a reminder then, and then you don't have to worry about it. You'll get an email saying we're live tonight in an hour or 15 minutes or half an hour or whatever it is. So it's pretty good in that regard. So I try to do that just to make it easy for you to remember. So yeah, but you do need to subscribe and hit the bell, the top one, I think. And I think that lets you have the set reminder feature. I think it's one of the best features on YouTube. So that's Friday. Now this is, it's been a crazy year. So I've had so much. The South Coast trip at the start of the year, I've only just finished that few weeks ago. Or before moving, and then I've had 6 weeks off doing that, so I'm a little bit behind still, but we're getting into the Barra Classic stuff, so exciting stuff. We had a good year, and Jolie, the captain, had a really good year, come runner-up in Champion Angler, so he did really, really well. So this Friday, we're getting into the first part of that, and that's the boat tour or the walkthrough of the boat. He got a new boat this year, his dream boat. He's been looking for it for ages. It took him about a year to find one that he could buy and was in good condition. And this is a second-hand boat, but they're the Stabbycraft 2100. So it's a walkthrough on that. If you're a fan of fishing and a fan of boats, definitely Friday night, have a gander at that. It's going to be a beauty. It is a beautiful boat. My favourite boat of all time, without a doubt. So very, very cool. So that's coming up Friday. Right, let me get into some news. We've got last night the Xiaomi 11T phone come out, and well, what a beast. AMOLED true screen, it's 888 Snapdragon processor, 120 hertz up to 480 hertz touch sampling rate. So it's a flagship level phone. We're going to go into, and probably the biggest selling point, I think, and it's what they pushed a fair bit to, was the battery and the charging. Just insane. 120 watt charging for this phone. 120 watt charge, and the charger comes with it. I think the battery charger is actually as big as the phone. You sort of get a bit of a glimpse in the show, but it is a massive brick. 120 watts pumping into this phone. Now, I guess if you look at it on a generic sense, Apple has a slow charge and they go, oh, we don't want to destroy the battery, blah, blah, blah. Well, I think Xiaomi is actually pretty clever in what they've done. They have understood that approach and gone, rightio. So they've made two batteries, not just one battery. So they've got two batteries, which gives you multiple connectors. So that then allows you to dissipate the heat. You're not getting all that power coming in and out of one point. You got it coming out of 4 points, I think they said now. It's using the graphene battery, state-of-the-art tech graphene, and it's going to be a big thing in batteries down the future, I do believe. So that's pretty cool. So it dissipates all that heat, and I think it is, let me check, 5,000 milliamp battery, up to 800 to 1,000 charge cycles on it as well. And I'm pretty sure it's 17 minutes for a full charge from 0 to 100%, 17 minutes. 5,000 milliamp battery. That's insane. Crazy tech. Charging has been a big thing the last year. They sort of started running out of stuff to do on phones. Charging last 12 months has been a big thing. And it seems like it's still a big thing. So huge news in that regards. Now, it's got cameras. It's got a 108 megapixel camera, and that's a f1.75, an 8 megapixel 2.2 ultra wide lens on it as well. So that's pretty cool. 5 megapixel telemacro, and the front facing one, 16 megapixel. So that's a good sensor for the front. Generally, you get maybe 12, normally really low on the one that you see. And actually, that's probably the one that everyone uses. FaceTime, selfies. That's where the good camera should be. Until they put a screen on the back, which I've been begging for ages, like the like the DJI Hero's got now, and the other one has got. So they've all got them on the front so you can see what you're doing. Until they have that, you need a good camera. I'd be happy to have a big hole punch, but if there was 108 megapixel there and you're doing your selfies and all your stuff like that, it would be so much better to take photos with a camera. Yeah, they definitely need to work something out there, I think. But 16 megapixels on there, so that's pretty cool. Charging's obviously the big thing. Now, Gorilla Victus, it's got their best screen ever in a phone as well. Fully flat surface, so it's not a curve, it's not a waterfall edge. They've gone fully flat to try and help protect it as well. They've got the Gorilla Victus, the best in there. They've got Dolby Atmos to do the video stuff. They've got Harmon Kardon to do the sound. They then sent it off to about a dozen different testing mobs to basically prove that it is the duck's guts. Right, so we've established it's a flagship phone from Xiaomi. Xiaomi, I think that's how you spell it, Xiaomi. Forgive me if I got it wrong. 128 to 256 gig, 8 to 12 gigabytes of RAM, 750 euros. Now, the Apple iPhone 13 was, I think, 2,500 and 2,700 respectively, the Pro and the Max. So you've got a flagship phone at the same level as that. 750 euros, that's going to be about 1,300, 1,400 Australian, roughly, I guess. A bit of a rough idea, but definitely over 1,000. But between 1,100 and 1,400, somewhere in there, I reckon, with the exchange rate. Not 100% sure, but that's bloody cool. That's half the price of an iPhone 13 Pro. Really? it makes it so hard to be an Apple fan. Unfortunately, Apple operating system, I wouldn't go back. I have to work with the Microsoft system, and I hate it with a passion. Absolutely hate it. Constantly crashes, just crashes. It's bloody painful. It's got no logic to it. It's just everyone doing their own thing. The beauty of Apple is that OS, the hardware means nothing. It's the OS. Like anyone can make a laptop, anyone can put those processors in and put cameras. That's easy. That's not Apple. They make it all work together. That's why Apple, you pay so much for Apple. That's why they do such a good job, because it's seamless. It integrates together like a fine wine and a nice cheese. They work together. So look, I think this is an amazing camera. If you are an Android user, definitely gonna have a look at this one. It looks like a nice bit of kit. I think there's 4 or 5 different colors. A new snow white color, which has got a bit of a textured base on the back. Very good job from Xiaomi. Great job. Very, very cool phone. Lots of fun stuff coming out at the moment. And a fair bit of innovation in there too. That 120 watt, just 17 minutes, dual batteries. Very good tech. See, someone's starting to think outside the box. Apple. Rightio. Now, Nothing One. The One ear. We sort of gone a bit quiet. Tuesday nights, every Tuesday now. It started this week. They're in stock now. So if you've been hanging for them, forget eBay anymore. Those people charging $400 to $500 on eBay, they're never going to get that now. It's all over. They've got their stock levels up. It's $149 US. Australian. $149 Australian. You can order them online and you can get them in the week. Every Tuesday, their shipment restocks. You don't have to pay ridiculous prices. Now, from all accounts and reviews that I have seen and people putting up comments, they're decent fit, decent noise cancellation, pretty good job. So look, for $149 Australian, that's a pretty good deal. Your AirPods Pro are 300 plus. The Sony's are 350 to 400. Bose's $300, $149. If you're looking for a cheap noise cancelling set of buds, look, now's your chance. Jump on, order them, go see nothing.com.au, and you'll be able to go and actually order them. So pretty cool. I thought I'd just let you know about that. I did think about getting them, but I've got an $80 pair of AirPods Pro on eBay, so I've got a good deal. I've swung a big deal. Won a voucher off eBay back in the mid-year sale, so it worked out really well. $80, so for brand new AirPods Pro, beat that. So I figured, I've got better anyways. From all accounts, they're not that level, so there's no use getting the basic ones. And plus, me Zendure ones are going really well. I actually found the secret to that. I think I said to you the noise cancellation wasn't working. Well, I found out what the problem was. Zendure, if you're listening, if I cycle through the noise cancelling and go to ANC off, it then works. There's a little bit of a mix-up somewhere there in the production or the software, I think. But if I turn ANC off, it works a treat. Bloody awesome. So, yeah. I've meant to mention that last week, but I've just remembered now, so that's good. So I did want to tell you that. Rightio. Now, speaking of back to the R3, let's get back to that for a little bit. Pre-orders for that. Now, I thought it was just the accessories, and my apologies. I probably should have got a little bit more deeper in it. I thought the accessories were only November. Actually, the R3 isn't available. Won't be shipping out to you till November. So, yeah, you're going to put a pre-order in unless the shop is going to put first come, first serve the list and then feed you down the line like that. Check with them, I guess. If you're just going to go into a pool and they'll just pick a name out of the hat and send them off to whoever, it's probably not worth putting all that money down or putting money down to pay for it because you're going to be waiting until November. So I think it's going to be a nice little Christmas present for some photographers. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. Now the lenses, that's the 100 to 400 and the 16mm, they'll be shipping out in Australia, or they should be shipping out mid-October. So that's pretty cool. That's only about 4 or 5 weeks away. So I think that's probably worthwhile chucking in a pre-order, or just waiting. I don't think. I'll see how we go. Australia, we're probably lucky, depending on the stock levels in Australia, especially at the moment, lockdown. A lot of people out of jobs and just struggling. So I don't think there's that massive need to get out there and buy it. So we'll see what happens. I'll have to take that risk. Now, last but not least, today I'll report on tomorrow, but I just want to let you know because it's if you did want to get a pair, Dana boots. You know I'm a big fan of them. Not sponsored or anything, but big fan of them. I wear all their shoes when I'm doing all my hiking through the bush and all the photo shoots. Super comfy. Do a really good job making good boots. They've got that James Bond new boot out, and it's limited edition. There's only going to be so many, and they're going to sell out. I've got a firm belief they will sell out. It happens today. If you go into their Instagram and then go to their bio and go to the link, you can basically set yourself up the email, so they'll let you know when it goes live. That will be first in, best dress. So if you do want a pair of those sick-looking James Bond, Daniel Craig, Dana boots and a good set of hiking boots, and you're looking for, or you're after a set, and you're going, oh, what should I get? Well, you get a little bit of something to sit around the campfire and say, well, Miss Moneypenny, good to see you. I don't know, that's terrible. What do you do? Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Don't forget, go sign up. You'll have to get the email to let you know. I haven't got it as yet, so it hasn't gone live as yet. We've probably got a few hours there, a little bit behind us. We're a little bit into the future. So, yeah, now's your chance. Okie doke, whether you're going this way, that way, I'll see you tomorrow. James Bond out. Peace.